Governments should change to empower citizens. Barcelona is changing to find new solutions.
It's important to have this playground mentality, to just enjoy the experience of innovating together.
Hello, Albert.
Hello. How are you?
Welcome to Calalier. Have you ever been here?
No, my first time.
This, I don't know if you know, it was an old manufacturing building that has been refurbished and that now hosts Urban, Social and Sustainable Innovation Center. Here we rethink the city. We work with companies, startups, universities. Here it's the i.lab project where we test these new solutions. It's a place to meet and to learn, to test together and to commit mistakes, and it's open to everyone.
It's important to have places like Calalier where people can bump and collide and have unexpected conversations. What are the main urban challenges cities are facing at the moment?
Population is growing, so cities are facing new challenges on housing, on energy consumption, transportation, or social inequalities.
Yeah, in the past, administrations used to be the sole provider of solutions, but now citizens and companies, through technology, are empowered to provide solutions or answers. How are you dealing with this new power of the citizens and the small companies?
I think governments should change. They are not a vending machine anymore, offering health, education, transportation, or lighting, but working and acting as the facilitators to create common solutions. Also, it's important to know where you want to use the technology. Technology can do a lot of things, but maybe we don't want everything to be done. So focus on the challenges and use the technology as an enabler and accelerator. I really believe open innovation is the only way of doing it. We cannot do a closed innovation in a small room with one mind.
But it doesn't have to be always the government, but it's also important that administration helps the citizens to create their own spaces. For example, at the OuiShare Fest, where we try to bring different stakeholders of the city for conversations that they would not usually have in their own bubbles. It is important to have this playground mentality. So, because if we are too serious on innovation, sometimes we get very stiff, very rigid, and sometimes what we need to do is to be a little bit more flexible and to just enjoy the experience of learning together and innovating together.
Yeah, I totally agree. I believe in playgrounds. It's not exactly the public sector mentality, but it's getting more and more common. Barcelona is a good example of that.
So in order to foster this innovation agenda and the whole ecosystem in the city, private, public and civic sector, what tools do you have in your hand as a local administration?
I would say, of course, these places to meet, these new testing technologies, funding projects that are grassroots from the community. But financing is always something important. We launched a grant, it was Impulsem el que fas, and we invest €500,000 in digital social innovation projects, but from the community. But the main tool I really think is important, even if it's not sexy at all, it's public procurement. Because a lot of people don't know, but public procurement represents like 70% of the GDP in Europe, so the potential impact is huge. Social procurement, green procurement, gender balance procurement, but innovation procurement, it's a trend now. A lot of cities are using it, and Barcelona is really betting a lot on this.
I can tell you when I travel internationally, a lot of eyes are on Barcelona, especially on the digital agenda, in this innovation in procurement, citizen participation, how you are making all these tools and ideas open source. You are creating blueprints for other cities to replicate. How do you engage with other cities in order to foster innovation also at global scale? Because a lot of these urban challenges are shared urban challenges.
Yes, of course. Big cities have more or less the same challenges. We launched a challenge with the city of New York about affordable housing, and it's a way to look for solutions all around the world, but we really believe the only way of doing it is to work it internationally. So Barcelona is open to all the community. We have many places like Calalier, so you are always welcome.
See you tomorrow then.
Okay.